All right, welcome. Today, we are going to dive deep into the absolutely haunting world of Necrovale's Cemetery of Dreams. We're going to deconstruct this thing piece by piece to really get to the heart of its story about love, loss, and memory.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The song kicks off with this line, and it's just so powerful. Right away you know this isn't just some throwaway lyric. It's an invitation, you know? It's setting the stage, telling us we are stepping into a place that is defined entirely by absence, by what's been lost.
So first things first, we've got to understand the setting of this song. And it's not a physical place, not really. It's a huge, powerful metaphor for what's going on inside the narrator's own mind.
So this Cemetery of Dreams, it's basically the narrator's inner world. Think of it as this landscape inside their head where all the lost hopes, all the broken promises, and all these memories are kept safe. They're not forgotten, they're buried, but they're preserved.
And you can see exactly what fills up this cemetery. I mean, these are pulled straight from the lyrics, and they're like little epitaphs on tombstones, aren't they? Broken wishes, the love I couldn't keep. Each one marks a different kind of loss, painting this really vivid picture of some deep, deep grief.
Okay, so now that we're inside this cemetery, we need to talk about who or what is in there with the narrator. And that brings us to the next big theme, this idea of a ghost, an echo that just will not fade away.
You see, this is not just a passive memory, like looking at an old photograph. The language here is so active, haunting, the echo I can't set free. It tells you that this lost love is a constant, dynamic force in the narrator's life. It's something they feel all the time.
And this is where it gets really interesting. The haunting becomes almost physical. These metaphors, stitched and carved, they're so visceral. It's like the memory isn't just in the narrator's head anymore. It's literally part of them, woven into their shadow, carved into their sorrow. You can't separate them.
So what's the big takeaway here? This isn't your typical ghost story. The haunting is completely internal. The memory of this person is so incredibly powerful that the line between the narrator and the memory, it's just gone. It's completely blurred. The ghost is living inside them.
This really deep internal connection, well, it leads to this central belief that the narrator holds onto. It's this incredibly powerful and kind of unconventional vow that completely redefines what love and death even mean.
I mean, wow, just think about that for a second. The narrator isn't just feeling sad about a future without this person. They are actively rejecting that future. If forever doesn't include their lost love, then they just want to break forever. It's this ultimate act of defiance and devotion. And this is what makes the song's message so radical, right? I mean, everything we're normally told about grief is about moving on, letting go, healing over time. But the narrator here, they're doing the exact opposite. They're choosing to hold on, to wait forever, and to treat this memory not as something from the past, but as a living, breathing part of their present.
And this is basically the heart of the whole song. It's such a simple but profound idea. Love doesn't get erased by death. It just changes its form. The narrator is saying that this love, this ghostly love that exists in memory, is every bit as real and just as powerful as any other.
So where does all of this lead? How does this story end? Well, it's not about finding closure in the way we usually think. It's about reaching this new state of being where the lines between life and death, between self and other, they just completely dissolve.
And you can almost feel it happening in stages in the lyrics. First, the narrator is actively reaching out, whispering their name. Then, there's this acknowledgement that the other person is already residing within them. And that leads to this final state, this new way of existing, somewhere between the living and the dead.
So that central metaphor we started with, the cemetery, it totally evolves. It's no longer just a landscape of grief. It actually transforms into a kind of sanctuary. It becomes the one place where this eternal shared existence is actually possible. It's not a tomb anymore. It's a home.
And then we get this final line, which is just breathtaking. It perfectly sums up the narrator's new reality. They are living in that quiet, delicate space, that tiny pause between heartbeats, where memory is real and love is present. It's just a beautiful and haunting way to end it.
So, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. At the end of the day, Cemetery of Dreams really challenges us on what we consider to be real. It kind of suggests that a love that's kept alive inside of us, in that sacred ground of our own memory, might just be the most permanent and powerful kind of love there is.